How's it going, everyone? Phoenix Rapunzel here, and welcome back to another Infinite Magicraid video. We have information about the new heroes that are coming in the patch tomorrow. So I'm taking a look at the patch notes right now. This is my first time seeing the patch notes since they dropped earlier today. So let's take a look and see what's going on. So here's our new heroes. The first one they have is Terror. He's from Nameless Brotherhood, attack force hero. I feel like they've been dropping a lot of force heroes recently, but okay, let's take a look. So basic attack damage to single enemy. If they have a shield, deals more damage. If not, reduces their shielded effect by 40%. Okay. Blood craving, 2 stages of attack damage to a single enemy. Absorbs parts of the target's max hit points. Caps at 16% of self max hit points from the target before each stage deals damage. So basically he steals part of their hit points that they have. I mean, that's really cool. It's like a basically inbuilt healing mechanic. And then passive, full attack. Deals extra crit damage when he deals damage to targets with a shield. Refreshes the cooldown of blood craving, which is his first active skill, when he breaks any target shield. And he and his ally will restore hit points by a certain percentage when this ally breaks any target's shield. Okay, so he's basically all about breaking shields. This will be really, really helpful against one of the bosses in Tower of Mark. The one that is paired with Catherine and I believe it's Elena. No, it's not Elena. It's Catherine and it's Serena. Where he's constantly putting a shield on himself. This will be really, really helpful against that. And then his ultimate, we have increases self crit damage by 60% for 2 turns. So that is the higher version of crit damage. And then deals attack damage to all enemies, ignoring a shield. Then deals extra attack damage to targets with a shield after dealing damage. Wow. So he's really focused on taking down those shields. I think that's going to be really cool. I'm excited to see what he's like in game, and I will be testing him out when he comes in. Okay, so then his exclusives. We've got increase the absorption amount of blood craving and the absorption cap to 30% of self-max hit points. So that's increasing his healing there. If the target has a shield before blood craving is cast, increases the absorption to 40%. All right, so again, focusing on that shield. Level 2, turn meter for every shield he breaks against enemies. The ally and Terror gains turn meter respectively for every shield the ally breaks against enemies. So increasing turn meter. And then third level, we've got when his ultimate skill kills an enemy, refreshes the cooldown immediately, and increases self-turn meter by 60%. Okay, so basically sets him up for another turn of that. So cool. I mean, he sounds really cool. I'd love to try him out in game and see what he's actually like. Okay, then we have the other legend that's coming through. We've got Will, legend, again, another force hero. Defense type, though, from the Foresters. So basic attack, we've got defense damage to a single enemy, chance to reduce their attack by 40%, and then grants 1 layer of softness. Let's see, enhance. It consumes all layers of softness and deals higher defense damage to a single enemy with a chance to reduce their attack. Cut off support, removes 1 layer of buff at random from an enemy target, deals defense damage to the target, and chance to inflict resist buff on them. Grants self 1 layer of cut. And then enhance consumes all layers of cut, removes all buffs from an enemy target, and deals higher defense damage to the target with a chance to inflict resist buff on them for 2 turns. So we've got, it just sounds like he's basically enhancing his own abilities with everything here. Let's see what it says further down. Turn around. This would be his ultimate. Self-defense by 60% for 2 turns. Deals 2 stages of defense damage each to a single enemy. Grants self 1 layer of rage. Consumes all layer of rage. And increases all allies' defense by 60% for 2 turns. Then 3 stages of defense damage to a single enemy. Okay. So we've got 3 different like unique buffs going on here. We've got softness, we have cut, and we have rage. Interested to see what they look like in game. Okay, so then the passive. Immune to silence, horrify, and provoke, and self skills cooldowns cannot be increased. Grant self a shield by part of self max hit points for 1 turn at the beginning of each wave or at the end of each turn. 2 layers of softness, cut, and rage at the beginning of each wave. Attack, clear, cut off support, and turnaround will be enhanced when self has 2 layers of each of those correspondingly. Okay, I think it's almost like when you put burn on, there has to be 2 layers for it to detonate, and then it causes more damage there. It kind of sounds like softness, cut, and rage are going to be similar to that, but in the good way. So when he's got, when he has those layers on, then that's when those abilities will be enhanced. Softness is granted when self releases counterattacks and pursuing attacks. Okay. So then his exclusives, he can't take crits and is immune to DOT when he has his shield. Wow. Okay. So very important to pair him with a shield hero, or I mean he does give himself a shield for 1 turn. And then level 2, when attack, clear, cut off support, and turn around, deal damage to any enemies. There's 80% chance to inflict provoke for 1 turn. And then attack, clear, cut off support, and turnaround can be enhanced when self has 1 layer instead of 2 layers, with a 30% chance not to consume any layer of those. So if he consumes them, then they go back to where they regularly were, but if not, then they stay where they're at. So that is a interesting mechanic there. Again, very interested to try him out in game to see what he's like. Between these 2 legend heroes, I don't know which one I'd want to go for more, because Terra is it's going to be really awesome with breaking shields, and Will with all of these different little mechanics going on and enhancing his abilities. That's going to be interesting as well. I'm leaning more towards Terror, just because I don't really have a shield breaker. I would love to have one, but yeah, that's just my thoughts there. So both of them sound amazing. So let's go on to the new epic. We have Hazier, one of the 2. Doom Legion attack, green mark, and I mean he looks pretty cool. So we've got his basic attack, 2 stages of attack damage each to a single enemy. Eye for an Eye, his first active. We've got counter attack for 3 turns, damage immunity for 2 turns, and acts an extra turn. Okay. And then attack has an additional leech when Hazier lands a crit, and then increases self crit rate by 25% and crit damage by 30% for 2 turns, and then deals attack damage to the enemy. Okay, so I mean it's not necessarily crazy, but I mean this is super nice. If he's built for crit, which he probably will need to be built for crit, then he has leech. So he basically has like that built-in leech there. I really like this counterattack and damage immunity, just because if people are going after him, then he can just, counterattack, and he deals 2 stages of attack damage. He does not put on any damage over time debuffs, and it doesn't look like he has any like provoke in his kit at all. So that, I feel like if they were provoke there, then, I mean, this eye for an eye ability would be nuts. Okay, so then we have his exclusives. We've got additionally grant self-control immunity for 2 turns. So he can't be provoked or put to sleep or whatever. Reduces a part of the damage that he takes if he has buffs, or reduces a part of the damage he takes if he has no debuffs. So again, he's got like built-in damage reduction. So that's pretty cool. And then copies all the buffs on the enemy before dealing damage. That is super, super, super nice, because it means if you're going in arena and you're going against like a team that has Catherine and, you know, people have counterattack and they have consolidation, he can basically be like, yeah, I want that too. He copies it onto himself, and then he still increases his crit rate and his crit damage, and then he goes. So that is a super nice E3 right there. Overall, again, interested to try him out. I mean, again, he looks super sweet. I am thinking that he'll be useful for like keeping himself alive. But it sounds like he does a lot of stuff for himself rather than like necessarily benefiting the team. So I don't know. We'll see what he's like in game. So I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the new heroes? Do you like the sound of them? Which one are you most interested in going for? Let me know down in the comments. You guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoy my content, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out when I post videos. Again, you guys, thank you so much, and I will catch you next time. Peace.